Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Bowling Green Falcons and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they've lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So the Bowling Green Falcons kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Nebraska's offense that has the first possession of the game. Ja'Cory Varney Jr. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defense
ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
And this is exactly what happens when you don't keep a fast quarterback in the pocket. Man, you got to keep him inside that tackle box. Don't let him dance. Don't rush upfield. A lot of times that's the responsibility of the defensive lineman, because now you see, now the linebackers, the secondary, everybody's chasing him, and he has the ability to go to the house, to make the big plays. That dude's got some jets.
Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. Trying to run, it's on. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And you just cannot draw up the start of the season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year, and quick fire, you're down the field, scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Falcons offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Takes it on the return. Oh, he got loose. Made him miss this again. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Running inside, it's Ives. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yards. Now we're in 4th and manageable. And you dang right, we're going for this puppy. We got our 4th down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Works the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short throws toward the end zone. Now it falls out of bounds, incomplete.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Creates a little room. Oh, sweet feet. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down. And the Falcons are marching down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Maybe some room here. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Makes a man miss. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And they'll try to catch him with a pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And now after losing the fumble, there is an injured man on the field. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Howie Rowe will give us an update on his condition. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. He's going to throw deep right side. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
When you're called corn huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical.
He gave his receiver a chance, and it pays off. What a tremendous grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The throw. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And they can't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they're able to get him down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes the heat. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Falcons will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. The screen, and watch out. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Snagged out of the air. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. He'll toss it. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. This time, there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work.
They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Setting up the screen. Fighting off the defender. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Sharp. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got his man downfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing. Going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Escapes the pressure going right. Lets it fly. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Husker.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
With the catch, it's Sims. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the left side. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Falcons have their offense in high gear. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sharp. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Keeps it himself. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit forcing that incompletion.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Bowling Green sidelines, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
He's going for a big play downfield. Pitch him inside the 20, still going. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Defense wants to bring the heat. Pressure coming. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he's in. Touchdown, Falcons.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, he can go. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They'll run the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Bowling Green's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Appreciate that, Holly. From the gun, the ground game. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They go to the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Snags it, and there's running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Bringing the heat. Pucks it out of the air. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Off the play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the back. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The Falcons send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one.
There's some room. Touchdown, Nebraska. Great job by the back on the option.
They call it the option because there's so many options on the play. There's so many things they can do. The defense did a good job taking away the quarterback. But, man, they lost track of the running back. Great blocking. The running back takes it all away for the huge touchdown.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. To the air. It's Calandria. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Whoa, man.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, spin move. Good, solid pickup on that one. Out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get.
Makes a grab and room to run. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ridley.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, Falcons. And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. He now has 110 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Got it in the middle, it's Barney. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Yeah.
The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return.
No fucking defense, probably. Doesn't matter what the
Long
ball is
field in
going
front of
on,
them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, running back gets to give. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Through 3 quarters now, these wide receivers both big parts of the game plan. Here's how they stack up so far. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, I'm just fucking pancaked immediately. I hate this game, dude.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game.
You just can't.
And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be 1st down after the personal foul penalty. This time he wants to throw.
Can't do anything.
Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Back to pass. Got his man in the middle. Corralled and brought down by the defense. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to pass, it's Calandria. Pulls it in, it's Barney.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Runs through the tackle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll set up to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Going in!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's going to run it. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down. The Falcons want to pick up the tempo.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back.
Hits the afterburners. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They'll try to get the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is in! Touchdown, Bowling Green!
And really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Great place to start for this offense. Snags it and he's open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. On the move. Defense will stop the clock. 2:04 remaining. They'll have the 2-minute timeout coming as well.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Oh, they're after him.
And when it's third and this long, a lot of times you sit back, play soft coverage. No, sir. I'm bringing the blitz. You could tell they fooled the offense. The defense gets home with the blitz, gets the big sack.
On fourth down, looking to pass. They get to him as he throws. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs and then.
We'll see my blocking on that. Seemed pretty good.
The door open. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Ridley. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. Heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because your
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Catch in the middle, it's Barney. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Facing a third down and short from the 26. On the draw, it's Ives. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down.
Yeah.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not even going to get close. Knocked out of bounds well behind the first down marker. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking for the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. We waited.